Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. How are you all today? It is Monday. We are in the first full week of May. First full week. So I hope you're doing well. So today we're going to do the daily guidance, all about spiritual awakening and healing traumas and dramas. Really here to help you on your ascension path, where you are, where you want to be, all things law of attraction and evidential mediumship. So I hope you are ready. So we're going to do just a little shout out. Thank you to everyone yesterday for being here with the IET class. We had 2 students graduate at the advanced level. Very exciting. And then we had Lori pop in and be a support for us. She was part of my first cohort. So just really thankful for the ladies that were here yesterday. And I will be facilitating an IET weekend in Canada, in Newfoundland, in August. So more IET classes to come. One of the things about IET, integrative energy therapy classes, is they have to be done in person. So I will be putting together another cohort sometime later this year. I think that I'm going to wait until after the August trip. So probably in the fall, September, October, I'll be looking to put together another IET cohort. So if you're someone that's in the area or someone that could travel to the area, thinking about doing that kind of in a weekend kind of setting, just for those who may have to travel. So good morning, Tammy. Good morning, Cynthia. So really looking forward to all of you who are starting an integrated energy therapy journey. For those of you having your first time appointments, very looking forward to that later today. Tammy, I'm looking forward to spending time with you. Cynthia, beautiful soul, thank you for being here this morning. And yeah, integrative energy therapy. If you're someone that's really struggling with your whatever's holding you back, whether it's betrayal, abandonment, threat, unworthiness, powerlessness. Maybe you've been in that empath narc connection and you're trying to get yourself back into being able to function from that, whether it's just stepping back into joy or really finding your power, finding your voice, and maybe helping you to understand how not to get in that dynamic again, right? And when you heal yourself, you're able to do that. So we had a lot of good things going on. So if you are someone who is ready to take the next step in ascension, spiritual awakening, whatever you want to call it, I'm here. Whether you want to take a class or really start that healing journey. So just so you know, in the fall, I'm doing virtual classes. So for those of you who are like, but Melissa, I'm not in your area. I want to take a class with you, but I'm not in your area. That's okay. I've actually broken up one a month starting in September. I'm going to be doing classes virtually. So go to the event section of my website and you can grab your spot. All right. They're going to be fair exchange of like $49. And then you'll get a beautiful meditation, depending on what the topic of that class is. So for some of you, it'll be a chakra clearing. Some of you, it'll be about getting into connection with your team. But definitely, it'll be very kind of indicative to what that class is about. And then the information and then the sharing. So I just want you to know it is interactive. It's not just me talking at you. It's a meeting where you get to interact with me. So I want you to know that it is personalized in the way in which you get to ask your questions, especially if you are someone that's like, you have a lot of questions about what you're experiencing and you don't know where to go. Check out my classes coming this fall. All right. And you can always book a reading with me right now. All my services are $20 off. You get a $20 coupon from me for Mother's Day. In the coupon code at checkout, you just put in Mother 20 It'll take $20 off whatever the service is. One IET session, a medium session, an intuitive guidance session, a life path session. So whatever the session is that you're looking for. So that's there. All right. Good morning, Zoe. So this is all about your journey, your spiritual awakening, ascension. Yeah. All right. So and this Wednesday night, in my community, I will actually be doing the intuitive guidance meeting, where I do mini readings for those of you who show up. There is only 10 seats. Non-members are invited. You just have to register, and the fair exchange for that, if you're a non-member, is $11.11. So you can go to my community and join us. I will be, this month, we are going to be ending the sub-kit community. And then in June, we will start full-time in the website community. So same idea. I have kind of streamlined the memberships. So it is one membership, just because for myself, so much of the information overlapped. Like people that were like in the empath evolution could totally utilize information in the spiritual awakening. There were some that were in the relationship recovery that could have utilized the empath evolution and the spiritual awakening. So I really wanted to put it all in one place. So I didn't increase the price for that, but I did put it at the $33 limit. So it's going to be the spiritual awakening portal at $33.33, but you're going to get access to everything, all the meetings for free, all the content for free, all the channelings for free, and it's going to be interactive. So I'll be able to go in the community and you'll be able to drop questions, especially things you're experiencing that maybe you need help with, and so you'll get more personalized attention that way in the group. So you are getting more. So for those of you that were in the empath evolution or the relationship recovery, and you're like, but I don't know if I really want to jump up to the spiritual awakening, just know that you're going to get everything. You're going to get everything that you were getting and more. So I'm definitely trying to make it a bang for your buck. Definitely trying to put the value in there, because this is about your journey. This is about where you are, and that's what it's all about. So good morning. Morning, Karen. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, Chrissy. You know, Karen, when things don't work out the way that we think they're going to or we want them to, it's all about us being kind of propelled into something new, right? So stay positive. Know that whatever you got moved away from is for your highest and greatest good in some way, even though if you can't see it right now. And then something else will show up. So keep going. All right. Because today, the card that I pulled for us first, just to kind of see what the reading would kind of, where it would go. I actually mentioned that this was about triggers, right? This was about triggers. So yeah, shadow, something in your shadow coming up today, whether you're triggered or it's something you're just feeling internally that's coming up that you're like, I thought that was like maybe done. Like I've already dealt with that several times. Like, no, something's going to come up today that's going to kind of hit you in the face, and you're like, I thought that was over. I thought I was done with that, right? Because our shadow side is multifaceted, multi-layered, and it may be something that you've dealt with a lot or over a long period of time. But until we get that root out, we really dig deep. It really can kind of hit us in the face. So for some of you, it just might be an old fear kind of resurfacing, and you're like, oh, I see that, but I'm not buying into that because I'm not there anymore. So you totally have a choice today. You can choose to balance yourself by staying in high vibrational frequency of love, finding joy, doing something that makes you happy, getting rest, but yeah, not buying into the negativity, not buying into the woulda, coulda, shoulda, not buying into the thing that's kind of popping up. And again, for some of you, it might be very in your face, maybe somebody coming at you. So be very kind of cognizant of that. Like step back. Don't let them trigger you. Be like, I see what you're doing here. You're not feeling good about something, so you're coming at me. No, thank you. Right? You can choose to act differently. You can choose to balance that karma. You can choose to really look and see where maybe you need to release whatever that trigger is for yourself. That old feeling of abandonment, or that old feeling of resentment or anger or grief or whatever it is that's popping up today, right? Where can you kind of get into your intuition and go like, yeah, okay, that's coming up because there's something there I need to let go of, or I need to walk away from. Because if I keep focusing on the thing that didn't work out, if I keep focusing on the thing that made me angry, if I keep focusing on the thing I lost, if I keep focusing on that negative thing, that's what I'm going to manifest. And that's not what I want. So today it's about standing in your power, because that is where the key is. Whether it's an internal shift or an external shift, because remember, our internal shift affects our external, right? As above, so below, as within, so without, right? So today, this is about getting into your power. This is about standing up for yourself. This is about not letting anybody else rain on your parade. This is about really moving away from anybody who's trying to rain on your parade, because that's old energy. That's your old story, right? We're not there anymore. I'm not that old story anymore. That person who did me dirty, I'm not buying into their trying to reach out. I'm not buying into them trying to put on a nice face and come at me. And I'm seeing this in a couple different ways. I mean, for some of you, this is a relationship where someone's trying to come back and you're like, yeah, you did me dirty. I'm out. And just know that if you do take them back, you're going to be back here. They haven't changed. You're going to have another go around of what you've been through. If you want something different, you've got to be different. You've got to take the reins. You got to stand in your power. So today I feel like something is going to be coming up to give you that chance to stand in your power, to give you that chance to say, I'm not in that anymore. I don't do that anymore. That's not me anymore. That was the old story. I'm not that story. And I don't take this lightly. Because I know for some of you, you thought that was going to be the relationship or the career. For some of you, you really thought you had it. You had whatever it is you wanted. You had it. You had a version of it, and you were good with it, and that was gonna be your road. And now it didn't work out. There was something about it that couldn't work out, whether it was your karma or their karma or your shadow or their shadow or whatever it was. It didn't work out, and now you're so focused on how good it had been. You're focused on the potential that you saw. We always can see the best potential in someone, or the best potential of what a situation could bring us. But when it doesn't show up, or when it shows us the exact opposite, that's where we have to believe it. I think Maya Angelou says, believe it the first time. When they show you who they are the first time, believe them. And I know I'm paraphrasing, but basically that's what you need to do in this situation. Whatever they've shown you, that's who they are. Believe it. The promises and the ways in which they didn't come through and how they did you dirty, that's the authentic version, unfortunately. That's who they truly are. There's something in them that doesn't allow them to be the best potential of themselves. And you have to believe that. You have to say, okay, I see the best potential, but it's not manifesting. They're continuing to make the bad choices. They're continuing to buy into the addiction. They're choosing to continue to try to manipulate me. They're putting me behind. They're not putting me first. They're not giving me the promotion. Like whatever it is, whatever the thing is you were promised, whatever the thing is you thought you were going to get in that situation, not going to happen. For many different reasons. But at the end of the day, it's because they don't have it within themselves to give it to you. They don't have it within themselves to give you I'm seeing someone sitting in like in an evaluation, and they just cannot give you the stellar evaluation you deserve. And that's what I'm feeling here. Like you went above and beyond. You gave everything you had, whether it was a relationship, a job, whatever situation, whatever it was, you gave the most. And you got hurt the most. Because there was something inside of you that didn't allow you to stand in your power and put up a boundary. You kept giving until you depleted yourself. Because you kept thinking, I just try one more time, it'll work. But they did not have it within themselves to change. Oh, I'm so sorry, Karen. So sorry. Yeah. Today it's about standing up for yourself. It's about standing up for yourself. Trust the divine. So whenever this didn't work out, it's because it wasn't your road. The relationship, the situation, whatever it was, why it didn't work out was because it wasn't your road. Release the outcome. However it didn't work out, whatever happened at the end, release the outcome. You're ready to move on. Say yes to life. Say yes to the new. Say yes to the opportunities. Yeah, Cynthia. And believe your intuition when it tells you the real truth about the situation. Yeah. Yeah. Surrender. And then absolutely ask for assistance when you need it. There's your intuition. Those are your messages, your angel messages. There it is, Cynthia. Trust it. Observe your inner knowing and ask for support. Yeah. This is what is going to help you get through. This is what is going to help you move on. And if you notice, you've got the Merkaba on both these cards. So Archangel Metatron is coming in to give you the wisdom that you need to move forward. You just have to tap in and trust it. And your guides and your angels are coming in to nudge you and give you the signs for the different way forward. And for some of you, you're not seeing them just because you're not ready for that different way forward. You're still wanting that thing that didn't work out. It's time to choose you. It's time to choose you. So today there's going to be a trigger, whether it's an internal, external, or both. Be prepared. Be prepared, because you don't have to let it negatively impact your day. You can see it for what it is. Oh, okay, that's that trigger. That's a trigger. I'm not there anymore. I don't want to be pulled down. I don't want to be taken out of my joy. That's somebody trying to come at me and bring me down because they don't feel good about themselves. That's on them. That's not on me. Sometimes when we're holding on to our trauma so much, like we can't see that it's somebody else. It's somebody else doing us dirty, not because they are malicious, but because they can't get out of their own way. And sometimes the best thing you can do for those people is just let them go with light and love. Let them go with light and love. Prayers, Cynthia, prayers. All right. Lucy Cavendish's The Fairy Forest. Let's see what the fairies want to come in and add. Let's see what the fairies want to come in and add. Please do not buy into any solicitors or scammers. I don't endorse anyone on my page that does that kind of thing. So please do not buy into them. Okay, we got 3. The fairies wanted to come in and really speak today. All right, we're going to, look at that. The Green Witch, fresh, new, spring. This is why you can't let the trigger take you down. This is why you can't buy into any of the past, because it's new. It's time for new. It's time for new. When you're pure of heart, the whole world is full of potential. And this is the message from the innocent green witch to you. She is green as in fresh, new shoot from the seed, pushing urgently towards the sun. She is green and connected to the earth, flowing with the cycles of nature. She is green in that she looks as much to the natural world for company, friendship, and fulfillment as you currently do to fellow humans. She is your reminder to begin to reconnect to the wild green world, to the fairy forests all about you, to go back to a place where you empty yourself of expectations and stories and knowledge and just admit that in some circumstances and at some times, you are as a babe. You are newborn. And in that moment of unknowingness and of admitting and embracing your own powers of renewal, you can fully learn what it is you are here to learn. Be not so certain or so experienced when this card comes to you. Be new, be fresh, be unwise, be unknowing, be innocent. And then the new cycle can truly begin. I think that says it all for today. This is why you don't let the trigger allow it to come in. You don't go into that old story. You don't buy into that old BS. You see it for what it is, and you go forward in the new. In the new. Prophecy, guidance, direction. You go in the new direction. You go in the new direction. You embrace your new direction. You follow your guidance, the nudges, the signs. You don't let the past have a hold on you. You see it for what it was, a lesson or a bump in the road or another go round of an old pattern that it's time to let go of. Whatever it is, it's time for you to go into the inner knowingness and go forward, because it's time for you to have happiness. She who laughs, humorous, perspective, and mirth. It's time for you to have happiness, because happiness and joy bring you high vibrational frequency where you can now manifest from. If you go back into that old story, you not only can you not manifest, but you're probably going to get back into that negative deficit where you don't have enough. You don't have enough energy. You don't have enough time. You don't have enough willpower, power. You don't have enough. You don't have enough money, because when you're in a negative deficit, it impacts you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, physically. When you're in a negative deficit, I call it, you can't get out of your own way. So if you go back into that old story, you're going to go back into that really quick. Really quick. You're going to fall into that vibration, and like things are really going to like start not going well. This is why today, whatever tries to trigger you into that, you go, I'm ready. I'm ready to go forward. I'm ready to be innocent. I'm ready to be exuberant. I'm ready for the enthusiasm. I'm ready for the nudges in the right direction. I'm ready for the happiness. But you have to tell the universe, God consciousness, source, God, goddess, whatever you want to call it, that you're ready. By intending to go forward, by intending to be happy, by setting an intention that you're ready for whatever spirit wants to bring you, and just leave it open-ended. One of the things I talked about in my class yesterday is you can't put parameters on spirit. You can't tell them the time frame. You can't tell them exactly what it is you want. You have to set the intention about something. And then they'll bring it to you in the best way and the best time for you. But that's where you have to surrender and trust that that's what they're going to do, because they will each and every time. But are you surrendering? Are you letting go of the how and the when? You've got to trust the divine. You can't put parameters on it. You got to say, I'm asking, I'm praying, I'm setting an intention. However you do it, it don't matter. But we have free will choice, and we have to tap into them so that they can come in and do that for us. Because it's time. It's time for something new. Brand new. Brand new. Just like that shoot coming out of the stalk. Brand spanking new. A babe. Innocent. It's time. It's time. Karen, you're the only one that can bring yourself happiness, honey, and that's an inside job. So whatever you're holding on to that doesn't feel good, you've got to flip that from half empty to full, right? So that you can start manifesting things that will bring you happiness. And the striving and driving that you're doing is actually keeping you from the happiness. So where you're pushing on things in your life, you got to take the foot off the gas. You got to coast. You got to let spirit show things up for you. And you got to trust that they will. All in divine timing. It's coming, guys. It's coming. Are you ready to receive? And so today, where you're getting triggered, where things are coming up that don't feel good, it's because that's showing you where you still have work to do. Where you're still holding on to things that are holding you down. It's kind of like a weight that's keeping you at the bottom of the ocean. And you want to bob to the top to get the sunlight. You got to let go of that weight. So that is one of the reasons that I did another promotion for IET or any service. So there's a coupon, Mother20 for $20 off any service. But if you're really ready to release that anchor that's keeping you on the bottom and you want to rise to the top, that's what integrative energy therapy can do. Lighten you, lighten your spirit, lighten your emotional body, lighten your mental body, lighten your physical body. Those issues in your tissues that are holding you down. Whether it's abandonment, threat, betrayal, powerlessness, resentment, anger. Wouldas, couldas, and shouldas, right? Don't we all do that? Damn it. If I'd just done this or that, things would have been different, but you didn't. And this is where you have to let yourself off the hook. You made the best decision that you could at the time that you made it. Looking back is 2020. Looking back, you got 2020 hindsight. You got to let that go. It doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't help you in any way. You made the best choice at that time. You've got to give yourself grace and move forward. And move forward. Because it's time. It's time to get happy. It's time to be new. Yes, Cynthia. Don't forget to say what for. You got to be intentional. Be specific. All right, guys. Sending you so much love and so many blessings. And it's Monday, and we're going to get through it. The beginning of a beautiful week. Beginning of a beautiful week. And I'm looking forward to everyone that I'll be working with this week, the appointments on my book, the appointments that are coming. I am grateful for each and every one of you, which is exactly what my post was about this morning, about all the people that I've worked with in any class, especially those very beginning classes that I did in person, my first classes with all of you beautiful souls back in 2017, 2018. Yeah. I was reflecting on that today. Like, I wouldn't be here doing this, doing IET classes, doing the medium classes, if it weren't for that first cohort of women sitting around that table. And there was 6 or 8 of us. So thank you, ladies. If you're still with me, watching me, supporting me, I appreciate you. And for everybody who's come since, virtually or in person. And stay tuned. More to come. All right, guys. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Talk soon.